Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Type 97 mod, which is being made by user Archangel Ops. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is the real-world QBZ-97, which is the export version of the Chinese QBZ-95 used by their military that uses 5.56 rounds rather than the usual Chinese 5.8 rounds. And I really love this thing, despite the fact that it is a much newer gun than I typically like to look at. It is a bullpup, and I always love a good bullpup, so let's jump on over this way and have a look at what exactly we are getting with the Type 97, which in its most sort of basic form will do 30 damage with a 5.56 round with a firing rate of 28, a very low range of 11, accuracy of 71 for a weight of 7. Not too shabby there, and as you can see, this thing is gorgeous. I've always wanted to shoot one of these in real life, but sadly it's made by Norenko and you can't import those into the United States. So yeah, but as for the gun in here, it looks absolutely magnificent, very good on the modeling and texturing. I do very much enjoy it, and does have a pretty decent list of modifications. Not the biggest ever, but enough to make it a bit more useful into the, I'd say, a solidly mid to mid-late game weapon here. But yeah, very, very fun to have and great looking. Though, yeah, like I said a moment ago on with the stats, the range seems, actually all the stats seem a little bit too low to me, frankly. I mean, the Type 97, even though it's not like an amazing gun, from everything I've seen and read about it in the past, it's, you know, a fairly average gun, so a range of 11 seems low. But oh well, it still shoots, and it's a bullpup, so I like it. Now, as for how you get your hands on one of these lovely things, well, first, you're gonna need some mod prerequisites. Since it is a bullpup mod, it uses stuff from the Giat Famos mod for animations and things like that, and you do also need see-through scopes. But with those installed, you can find it quite easily by cheating it in with console commands. There is sadly no way to get this legitimately out in the world, but through console commands you can get yourself one of these, and considering how modern of a gun it is, it's one of those I just, you know, download to mess around with, because, you know, yay bullpup. But yeah, so I don't know if you'd want it in your main game, considering it is only available through consoles, but oh well, it is a wonderful gun that I very much enjoy. Now let's head on over here and take a look at what modifications we do get on this thing. Starting up with the receiver category, where we've only got 3. The standard here, an automatic receiver, and the automatic feeling, I don't know how you say that. Now, when you actually spawn the gun with console commands, it's actually going to come with this one, which I'm actually kind of confused by because, well, even though the Type 97, from what I've seen in the real world, started exporting with, like, that sort of handle up there, that was the Gen 1. They're up to the Gen 3 now, which looks more like this. This or this one down here with the, you know, more modern-ish rail system up top, but still a handle nonetheless. But yes, this is the one that it'll come with when you spawn, but this is apparently the standard one, so install that there. Now, then in the stock category, we've either got the standard here, or you can have a little bit of a cheek rest on there with the YL. Now then we have the upper rail, where we can get on some laser sights, as you can see right there. We then have a left rail, where we can put on a nice other laser sight if you do so desire. And we then have a lower rail, which will add just a foregrip to the gun there. It won't change up any stats, but it will of course give it a, you know, more interesting tactical look. And then we have the magazine category, where we've got a quick eject magazine in the standard, and then a variety of P-mags, both the standard size and a 40 size. And then we have an extra large category here with just quick eject versions there. Kind of sad there's no drum magazine, because the QBZ-95 does definitely have that, but I mean, I guess this is the 97 export model, but yeah, nonetheless, I wish there was a drum magazine. Now, in the muzzle category, we either have a suppressor or nothing with the standard there. And then in sights, we've got a pretty good little selection of sights. We can have these standard iron sights, but then you can see here, we've got a number of different scopes, which is pretty magnificent. And then finally, we have a damage modifier category where we can either have 0 on up to plus 99%, which will dramatically increase the damage of this thing to make it more useful longer into the game. I do wish there were some more various receivers in here, and also kind of weirded out that even on the standard one, it's burst fire. Again, this is supposed to be the export model, which is, you know, I think a lot of them go to Canada, and yeah, that's semi-auto. but oh well, we've got a burst fire here and then 2 fully automatic versions right here. And yeah, that is it for the modifications on this thing. Ooh, though I should show, when you do have this one installed, the automatic receiver, you can see here you have a lot less things you can do with it. So that's why this kind of makes me think this is actually meant to be more the Type 95, because, you know, it's more like just the standard Chinese military rifle there. But yes, still fun times nonetheless. So let us go grab my modified versions and head over to the range to do some shooting. And let's start with, of course, the standard version here and take some shots. And there we go, a pretty rapid-firing gun here with that, you know, burst fire to it. So you will go through your magazine pretty darn quick, but is quite controllable. Not a whole lot of kick to this thing, so very easy to keep on your targets. Not bad at all. There is some slight misalignments with the scopes on this. If I actually go down sight, like, I'm pretty much dead on that target there, but when I go into the iron sights, you can see it's ever so slightly off, which is a little bit intriguing. It's not too bad, though, and honestly, with how I usually fire, I never notice, but it is slightly misaligned. Now, let me go over to this high-capacity one where I, you know, got the big magazine there with the automatic receiver doing 49 damage, and fire. That's why I wish this thing had a drum magazine. Holy crap, that's a lot of fun to just unload with this thing. Oh, it is magnificent. And of course, on this particular handguard up top, we do have a different iron sight. Again, you can see it's a little bit misaligned, but, you know, it's an automatic. You're probably not going to be aiming to specifically on something anyways. You're just firing along. Wonderful. I do absolutely love that. Well, let's go then to our suppressed version here, which does have a scope, which thankfully, once you get to the scopes, they actually are very well aligned. It's just the iron sights that are a bit off. But yeah, I did this one with the suppressor, so there we go. We can take out things quite nicely with little noise at all. Magnificent. So let us get ourselves a Deathclaw out, and boy, maybe I shouldn't have gone with a Deathclaw though, considering this is still a pretty low damage weapon, but nonetheless, I've made my choice. So die, Deathclaw, die. Oh boy, we didn't do a lot of damage there. Let's switch on over to Yield. Yeah, that one does a bit more damage, and we got a lot more rounds inside the magazine for this one. God, yeah, I still wish we had a drum magazine, though, for this. Oh, die, Deathclaw. Oh, I missed like half the shots, I think, in that magazine. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And run away. We actually got a lot of the shots on him that time around, which was pretty darn great there. Lovely. And he has gone a bit further in the distance now, so despite the, you know, low range on these things, it actually still will hit them at a decent distance, so long as, of course, you are actually aiming. There we are. There we are. He's coming. He's coming. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Okay, you know what? Let's actually switch out to... Yeah, back to you. I just like all the bullets we can just throw down range on this thing to finish him off. Die, Deathclaw. We got him. Lovely, lovely. Well, yes, that is the Type 97 mod, adding in the Chinese-made QBZ97 into the game. I have been really loving this gun because, well, like I said earlier, I've always wanted to shoot one of these in real life, but, you know, hey, at least I can have one here in the game. And hey, it's a bullpup, and I just always love those. So if you'd like to check out this for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description of the video as per usual. That's going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed. You do come back for whatever mod we look at next, but until that time, well, thank you for watching as always. Well, have a good one.